Searching for the road to the way back. We don't know our fathers going way back. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah, oh yeah, 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 yeah. We the chosen people, you say no way. Your enemies been teaching you the wrong way. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah, oh yeah, 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 yeah. It's the simple things in life, like learning all again. It's the simple things in life, like finding where it all began. Oh, do you know your history? History. Yeah. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Do you know your history? History. Yeah. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? History, history. Now we going back. He done on my back for sure when I let the truth go. We gon' let them know. My people on my back for sure. I hold them down.
Hey, welcome back. We are back. All praise to the Most High God. Shalom to all of you who are watching, all of you who are tuned in. You are now tuned into
Our Hidden History radio show.
Yeah, man. So, I got a lot to cover today. So we left off with the Jacobites, which was orchestrated by the Hanoverian family, the William, and also his spy John Mackey. We went over that last time. We got a lot of information was provided last week regarding the Hanoverian family, who were instrumental in shipping out most of the black Brits and the royal family, and making sure that the throne is now officially in European hands. Also, We touched on the history of the Black Irish and how Oliver Cromwell, within the 10 years of his reign, taking over Parliament, began to go on a genocidal mission to pretty much kill and enslave and sell out all the Black Irish that he could possibly destroy within the 10 years of his time, the Cromwellian era, in which he took over the Parliament and began killing the Black Irish and removing them from the lands, displacing them. And we also, let's see what we got here. What's this here? So let's just jump into it now. We're going to jump into that again, just to give you guys. So I want to make it clear that the Hanoverian era was the time in which King James II and VII's daughters turned on him because he married a Catholic woman, and his two daughters married into an Edomite family, who were, of course, were Germans, changed their names, and William I and George. And basically, William and George had hired a man named John Mackey to get intel on those who are loyal to the Stuart family. His King Charles, who was King James II and VII's brother, his sons, Charles Linos, Charles of Northumberland, all of them being described, and John Mackey wrote down their descriptions. Now, those of you who may say, oh, well, that book is not valid, it actually is. When you look it up, this book is actually accepted by most scholars to be very accurate in terms of the descriptions given by John Mackey himself, the spy. And so I read through this book just for the descriptions of all of the Black royalty described in this book, like Charles, Duke of St. Albans, who was Charles II's son, being described as being a black complexion like his father, King Charles II, who was the son of King Charles as well, and the King James family. It's all black kings. Tall black man, Charles Fitzroy, his grandson, tall black, 25 years old. Other descriptions were mentioned being black and black as a Jew, black as a Spaniard, and being as black as a Spaniard and a Jew. This is around 1733. This book was published. Okay, all black men here. Charles Linos of Richmond. So you went into that irrefutable evidence of the descriptions of the Stuart line. And again, I'm not saying that these men were righteous or they were holy and righteous in the biblical sense. I just want to make it clear that our history stretches far beyond what we think it does. Our history is very, very, very vast. Okay, our history is very, very vast, and it's important that we know that we come from royalty. It's not so much to glorify these men like they were the most righteous, but it's to give us a sense of integrity and pride in our people, and that we were royalty and we are capable of great things, not just slavery in the bottom of a ship or shooting arrows and so forth here, as Native Americans, but far more. We ruled the world for a while. Right or wrong, we ruled right actions or wrong actions. We were the ruling class on this earth. We had class, we had integrity, we had style, we had finesse. We introduced civilization to a lot of nations that claim to have introduced it. We introduced it to them. And so I don't go over these things to glorify these men being righteous and holy and all of that. I go into it to show that our history is heavily, heavily kept secret. And so it's our job at OHH to reveal this hidden history to y'all. Hence the term, our hidden history. Not our hidden righteous history, because we weren't righteous. A lot of us is wicked as hell.
Right.
It's our hidden history. So whether these men were wicked or righteous, that's not what I'm here to do. I'm here to simply show you that we ruled and sat on thrones and built castles that freaking on top of mountains. Brother bought that last week. That freaking castle was insane. Mm-hmm. Y'all got a picture of that castle, man? Yo, I think it's crazy, bro. That's built by black hands. Look at that thing. Look at that. The Stuart family stayed here from time to time.
Damn.
Look at that thing. It was hard. It was pretty much impregnable. Thank you. Could not be. You cannot get here. One way in. Yo, it's insane. Look at that.
We had
Look at this wind around stairs.
Yeah, we had a lot of castles like that off the coast of Scotland.
Yeah, these
off
are
the
black
islands.
hands.
Yep.
These are built by black hands. So this is what we're about. This is what we teach. This is what this whole show is about. Dunatar Castle, right. The most unbelievable castle in Scotland.
That's one of many.
One of many. One of many. That's on top of, we built that on top of a mountain. Brothers climbed the top of this thing and built a mountain, built a castle on top of it.
Hey, and Deke, just to go back to your point, in Hosea 3 and 4, it says that we would go many days without an image.
Yeah, you get that? Yeah.
Hosea 3 and 4. That image is important, like you were saying, Deke, because we have no idea who we are. Without seeing these things, we still consider ourselves as just niggas and spics and every other derogatory thing under the sun.
Yeah.
This is showing the wealth and the history and the rich history, the grand history, and the estate in which we came from. And that's important.
Hey, and we built those castles like that on purpose because we on the hill. We have the advantage.
High ground.
The high ground, you know?
Yeah.
And around water, it's hard for the enemy to get to us.
That's how we did in Jerusalem, too. Jerusalem was a hill city. Judea was a mountain city.
Hill country, yeah.
Built on a hill, mountain country, right? Hosea 3 and 4.
Hosea chapter 3 and verse 4. For the children of Israel shall abide many days without a king,
A king. We lost our kings. Go ahead.
and without a prince,
We lost our princes.
and without a sacrifice,
Without a sacrifice.
and without an image.
We had images. We had images. Solomon had images all in the temple. The images are a sin. Images are a sin when it's other gods. We had images. We had statues of ourselves. We had statues and images of ourselves that were very much present in our kingdom. You know, don't think they didn't have King Solomon's statue or David's statue. They had all of that. We had all those things. We had all those things. Isaiah, we had prophets. I'm sure we had images of prophets, pictures of them, portraits of them, all of that. I'm sure we had all those things.
Indeed, we get that in Psalm 74.
Yeah, I was gonna read. I was gonna go there next. I was gonna preface that next. Let's get that next. Psalm 74. Psalm 74 and verse 1.
The book of Psalms, chapter 74 and verse 1. Come on! O God, why hast thou cast us off forever? Why doth thine anger smoke against the sheep of thy pasture?
Right. So we asked. So ask the question. We asked. Asaph asked, "Why are you upset with us, Lord? How long is this gonna go on?" Go ahead.
Remember thy congregation.
Remember your church. God has a church. That church is his people, the sheep of his pasture in verse 1. That's his church. Remember thy congregation. Go ahead.
Which thou hast purchased of old.
Which he bought or redeemed of old. Go ahead.
The rod of thine inheritance.
That's Israel.
Which thou hast redeemed.
See, going back to purchase. Go ahead.
The Mount Zion, wherein thou hast dwelt.
The Mount Zion. Mount as in on a mountain. On a mountain. Go ahead.
Lift up thy feet unto the perpetual desolation.
That's our land now. Our land became perpetually desolated because of the nations constantly conquering us over and over and over again. Go ahead.
Even all that the enemy have done wickedly in the sanctuary.
And they came into our sanctuary and destroyed it. Go ahead.
Thine enemies roar in the midst of thy congregations.
They roar me. They attack us. They attack the church. Go ahead.
They set up their ensigns for signs.
They set up their ensigns or their images for images. Or their ensigns for signs. An ensign goes back to an image. Okay, they set up their ensign for signs to go, that's the prophets. That's the angels. That's God. That's the Heavenly Father. That's the Son. That's the angels. That's the prophets. That's what they do. That's Mary. That's Joseph. That's Matthew. That's Luke. That's Job. That's what they do. That's Mary there. That's Virgin and baby Jesus. Always a baby all the time. That's their ensigns for signs. So this show is that it's not to glorify, because some of y'all go, oh, well, wasn't King James involved in the slave trade? No. Were his charters involved in the slave trade? Yes. He wrote down charters that were instrumental in colonization, and then the white man took over the throne and utilized those charters that King James put together and conquered our people. It's just that simple. Now, was Queen Elizabeth involved in the slave trade? Yes. She was. She was a black woman too. And she hated us, so she would put stuff on her skin. It was egg whites to make her skin lighter. She was very dark. That was King James' cousin. He acquired the title King James the Sixth and First. The first came from her because she had no sons. She wasn't a righteous woman. So y'all go, oh, well, she was involved in the slave trade. Yeah, she was. A black woman involved in the slave trade. Oh, wow. Well, I got news for y'all. Let's fast forward to now. The black woman is also responsible for killing 20 million babies. Yeah. The black woman is also responsible for killing 20 million babies in the 70s.
Right.
So to be amazed at a black woman being involved in some way of the slave trade, I'm not too surprised. Not surprised at all. You know? So it is what it is. But I'm not glorifying us being righteous. I'm glorifying the fact that we were more than what we are today. Righteous or wicked, we were royalty.
Right.
We are royalty. Now we're captives. We're exiled royalty. A lot of y'all be saying, I'm a king. You ain't got no throne.
Dang.
Being a king now, when we say, yo, what up, king? Now is a term of endearment.
Right.
But originally, it was a reality.
Right.
Yo, what up, God?
What up, God? That's a term of endearment. But we were once gods, too. Mm-hmm. But we do. What did the Lord say? You will die like men. Yep. Because you evil and stupid. So, not glorifying us. You know, some of y'all might sit there and go out your way to prove, yeah, see, he was involved in the slave trade and he's black. Yeah. Yeah, he was. And so you got niggas today running around terrorizing their community, oppressing their people. Like King Edward I, for example, Longshanks. That dude passed a law. Before you get married, my men gotta smash your girl first. Ain't that what they do in rap songs? I'm a captain, steal your girl. I'll steal your girl, I'll take your girl. It's the same thing. The same nigga is just the king. The same thing. Niggas back about smashing your girl. It's the same thing. So King Edward I's like, yo, listen, man. Before, you get married with me and my mans, we want to have a taste first. And that was the FUCK law. Fornication under consent of the king. That was King Edward I. Black King Edward I, Longshanks, because he was tall. And then William Wallace, another black man, didn't like that and fought against him and got killed in the process. Ain't nothing new. Some of y'all be all surprised. Black people were involved. Yeah, they was involved, but where are their children? Where are their kids now? Where are their descendants enjoying the fruits of that? Let's just say you have some black folks that were lightly involved in the slave trade some kind of way, or were involved in some way or another. Where are the black wealthy families that acquired that money from that trade? You got wealthy white families that got old money that got it from the trade. So where the black ones at? There ain't none, because they got conquered too. After they went out their way to sell their people and give me Exodus, the law. I'm gonna show you Exodus real quick. The law.
22.
Yep. To show that it's not. I think selling your people as slaves is beneath us. No, it's not. Even now, you got black folks right now today involved in sex trafficking. Black and Hispanics selling their own women in the sex trafficking right now in Mexico. Smuggling them. Yep. So us being involved in trading people is not odd. Read that.
Exodus chapter 21 and verse 16. Come on. And he that stealeth a man and selleth him, or if he be found in his hand, he shall surely be put to death.
That law wasn't put there for white people. That law was put there for us. Because we were doing that. I'm going to give y'all a hint. Who sold Joseph into slavery?
Damn.
Uh-oh.
I'll ask again. Who sold Joseph into slavery? Was it white people? It was our own forefathers that hated him, that were responsible for him being put in. Bishop went over that yesterday. Yep. His own kin put him in slavery. So don't think that us being involved in the trade was, far-fetched. It's not.
Hey, Deke, too, in Leviticus 25, the Lord had to put in there when you have your own people as your
Yeah, let's
servant,
get that.
do
Let's
not
get it.
treat them with vigor like you do the heathen.
Yep, let's
so
get
that
it.
was there for a reason, because
Yep.
we were abusing our people when they were working under us.
Yup, get that?
Leviticus chapter 25 and verse 44. 42. For they are my servants, which I brought forth out of the land of Egypt. They shall not be sold as bondmen.
They shall not be sold as bondmen, meaning your own brothers. We should not be sold as bondmen. Why? Because we were doing that. Go ahead.
Thou shalt not rule over him with rigor, but shalt fear thy God.
You don't rule over your own brother with rigor, but fear your God. Do not rule over your own people with rigor, but fear your God. Fear your God. So meaning what? Meaning do not disrespect your people, because we were prone to doing this evil. Now get the New Testament, 1 Timothy now. I still don't see it. Okay, I'll help you. I'll help you along. 1 Timothy. No, I want 1 and what? 1 and 8? So someone come along and says, yeah, but King James is black. So what? He was involved in the slave trade. He was not. His descendants' charters were instrumental in incorporating slavery to our people, but that was later on. But King James himself, no. King Charles the First, no. Go ahead.
1 Timothy chapter 1 and verse 8.
Nine's fine.
Verse 9. Knowing this, that the law is not made for a righteous man.
The law is not made for a righteous man. Go ahead. We all got problems. We're all fallible. We're all sinful by nature. So the law is not made for a righteous man. If you're righteous and holy, the Bible ain't for you. You're just so perfect and holy. Holier than thou. Go ahead.
But for the lawless and disobedient.
That was us, and that is us. Lawless and disobedient. Go ahead.
For the ungodly.
The ungodly.
And for sinners. For unholy and profane. For murderers of fathers and murderers of mothers. And for manslayers.
That's your drug dealers. That's your gangbangers. That's your criminals of our people. These YN, they call them young Negroes, YNs. These are murderers of fathers and mothers. And manslayers. That's them. So now imagine these same YNs in a throne with a crown on their head. Oh, yes, that happened too. Yes.
Right.
Septimius Severus' twin boys, demons. Demons. Septimius was a nigger. He hated the laws of God. He hated the laws of God.
He was persecuting his own.
He was killing his own people. His two sons here, Caracalla, what's his name? Caracalla and what's his name, man? Freaking name. Geta and Caracalla. Two evil niggas. They were terrible. Read on.
For whoremongers.
Whoremongers, sup around like Edward Longshanks. Fornicating. Whoremongers, go ahead.
For them that defile themselves.
When you watch the show Game of Thrones, that's black people.
Right.
Game of Thrones is literally a whitewashed Book of Kings and Chronicles. Yep. That's what it is. So all the evil you see in that show, Game of Thrones, House of the Dragon, just imagine that being the Targaryens. Imagine them being Tarnigians. That's what it is. And they even have some Targaryens black in there too with white hair. It look better. The black folks look better with the white hair. But that's another topic. The point of the matter is that Game of Thrones is the Book of Kings and Chronicles motion picture. Whitewash. That's all it is. Read on.
For them that defile themselves with mankind.
Homosexuals.
For men stealers.
For what?
For men stealers.
Men stealers. Men stealers. That's traffic. Child trafficking. Slave trading. So don't think for 1 second that black folks are not capable of that. They were, and they are.
Hey, Deke, even in Africa, there's records of kings that try to get involved in the slave trading of selling us, right? But guess what? They also got put on the slave ships as well. So there's no king that actually made it out and thought that he was going to sell his own people. Yep. He got put on the slave ship as well.
Yeah, the ones that knew better got caught up in the ship, and the ones that didn't know got caught up in the ship or colonized.
Right.
And lost their kingdom entirely. And they go, oh, the kingdom, their homie They were selling slaves. Okay. Where are they now? In the slave ship. The kingdom of Ghana, they was involved in the slave trade. Yeah? What happened to them? Sold in slavery.
Yep.
Oh, the kingdom of Benin, they was involved in the slave trade. Yeah? What happened to them? Oh, they're in the slave ship. The curses are a ring. You ain't gonna sit up here. But the Lord says what? I will punish you according to your iniquities. If you are involved in any way in this trade, your ass will get sold too.
That's what's that? Deuteronomy 28 and
Read
36.
That. Let's get it.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 36. The Lord shall bring thee and thy king, which thou
Come on,
shalt.
read it right.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 36. The Lord shall bring thee and thy king, which thou shalt set over thee, unto a nation which neither thou nor thy fathers have known. And there shalt thou serve other gods, wood and stone.
Yep. You and your king. Your king will be like what's his name? You had King Taki. Right. You had Ganga Zumba.
Zamba, there's a king named Zamba from the Congo.
Your Ganga's Zamba. You had what's his name? I have it, and the name's written here. You had the Brazilian rebellion. Ganga Zumba is one. King Taki's the other. And you had King Prempa of the Ashanti Empire the first. He got exiled to the Seychelles Islands. Shipped off over there. And you had what else you had? You had who else I got written here? And let's see. His nephew Zumbi. And these are kings that we set over ourselves, not kings that God set up. These are kings that we set up over ourselves. You had the cacique on this side of the world. Their kings gotten conquered as well and enslaved also.
I forgot the other brother. He was called. There's a book on him called "A Prince Among Slaves."
Solomon. It's about Solomon, but he got brought back though. He got brought back.
Your first name
Natchez,
was
Mississippi. A Muslim.
Yeah. Yep.
He got brought back though. He ended up getting taken back.
Fulani.
Ibrahima Sori.
Hey, can I get a script on that?
Yeah.
Hosea 8, 3 and 4, about we setting up our own kings.
Yep.
We were off. Like Deacon says, we were going off. We were doing our own thing. We were in idolatry. We were doing evil to ourselves, right? And we were setting up our own kings. We didn't have Christ as our king.
Yep.
And the scriptures talk about that. Verse 3 and 4. Hosea 8.
Hosea chapter 8 and verse 3. Israel has cast off the thing that is good. The enemy shall pursue him. They have set up kings, but not by me.
Yep.
They have made princes, and I knew it not. Of their silver and their gold have they made them idols that may be cut off.
They may be cut off.
Yep, and that's what happened. You had Esau, Cromwell, and the Hanovers come in here and take over. You had the Edomites go into Africa, take our kings, take our princes.
Yep.
You had them come over to this side of the world, take all the kings, the caciques, the emperors,
Taínos,
and we got taken over because we were doing things that were not according to the Lord. And that's what happened.
That's the end result. There's always the end result with us, always. Whether in Jerusalem or outside Jerusalem, that is the end result. Now, give me, real quick, the Black Irish. So going into Cromwell. Get your introduction to the Black Irish introduction. The intro. Got that video? The black man talking to the white dude. Play that first. This brother's informative. This brother's informed. This knowledge is starting to spread now. This knowledge of our history is starting to spread. People are starting to take notice of our history, whether it's from us or praise to the Most High, or some other brothers that's bringing it out, or praise to the Most High. I just hope that they're bringing it out and not copying my stuff.
Right.
But there are brothers that were before me that were bringing out things like this. So shouts to them that were bringing this out before OHH started. Because you have brothers that were around on YouTube that were bringing out history stuff as well. So shouts to them if they're spreading it. Now he's having a conversation with a white dude. I think it's a split screen. You know what I'm talking about? It should be on OHH. It's a black dude and a white dude. The white dude's face is blotted out.
Hey, while you look for that, pull up the book goes more with Cromwell, Scots banished to the Americas.
Yeah, the Irish and the Scots, yeah.
You had it up earlier. While you look for what Deacon want. Yeah, right here. This is it. Go back. I just want the first 2 pages. We don't want to get this yet.
Oh, yeah, the directory. I forgot about that book, the directory.
Right, because that goes with the Jacobite gleaning.
Yeah.
When you correlate the two. But bring up the introduction page. All right, right here. Yep, read that. Start with Scottish immigration.
Scottish immigration to the Americas during.
Wait. So let's just set the introduction. So for those of you who just tuned in, we're going into the Irish and Scots that were shipped off in ships to the Caribbean during Oliver Cromwell's time. The white man took over. We ruled over England. We ruled over Scotland. We ruled over Ireland. And the white man for 10 years gained control over Parliament, dethroned the black king at the time. And within his 10 years of time he started to slaughter and enslave and ship out blacks, Irish blacks and Scottish blacks, to the islands, the Caribbean plantations. So we're going to prove that now. Again.
Scottish immigration to the Americas during the 17th and 18th centuries.
That's 1600s and 1700s.
Tended to be spasmodic and generally small scale, with certain notable exceptions. These exceptions consisted of several attempts to establish independent Scottish colonies and on several occasions the mass transportation of political prisoners. During the 17th century, attempts were made to establish Scottish colonies in places as diverse as Nova Scotia,
Canada,
East New Jersey, South Carolina, and at Darien. But these had little success and were soon merged into nearby English settlements, with the exception of Darien, which failed, the surviving colonists returning to Scotland or moving to the English plantations in Jamaica or mainland America.
Darien was in Georgia.
Okay.
From the 1650s to 1830, when it was declared illegal, banishment and transportation to the colonies was a traditional punishment for certain serious crimes such as rebellion, adultery, or forgery, though latterly it was used for what would now be considered petty crimes. Originally, only the Scottish Privy Council could banish a person from Scotland, but in 1671, the Court of
Justiciary,
thank you, was established, and it also had such power. Though there was a steady trickle of criminals being transported to the plantations, there were periods when the addition of political prisoners turned the trickle into a torrent.
Those political prisoners were the Jacobites, and you had what was called the Covenanters.
Yeah.
So you had Jacobites and Covenanters.
Jacobites were people who were loyal to the throne of the black stewards that sat in the throne. If you were loyal to the throne as opposed to Parliament, then you were a Jacobite. You were a supporter of King James or King Jacob's reign on the throne. You were a supporter of the king.
These periods included the Civil War, the Covenanter Risings, and the Jacobite rebellions. Yep. In the aftermath of the Civil War, Cromwell transported thousands of Scots soldiers as prisoners to Virginia, New England, and the West Indies. For example, 1,200 were shipped from Knockfergus and Port Patrick in May 1656. These were supplemented by a number of Scots seamen and pirates held in English jails. The Covenanter Risings of the later 17th century led to around 1,700 Scots men and women being banished to the plantations. Mm-hmm. The failure of the Jacobite rebellions of 1715 and 1745
that's later on after Cromwell. Mm-hmm.
resulted in around 1,600 men, women, and children being shipped to the colonies in America. Mm-hmm. Though demographical and historical evidence,
This link.
This link ideally comes in the form of a ship's passenger list, which identifies the immigrant, his occupation, age, place of origin, and possibly the reason for immigration.
So they have they got put on the ships. They had a log of the people being shipped to these areas by either Jacobite or Cromwell, I believe, right? Or just Jacobites.
By Jacobites. So the ship list is, like you said, D, it's a log of passengers that were Jacobites or Covenanters. All right. So they were the political prisoners. And we're going to, Lords will go into that and show you what color they were.
Because the Jacobite was Hanoverian. And the Black Irish was two different periods. So I'll mix them up. I always mix those two up. So the Cromwellian era was them shipping out the Black Irish and Scots. But then that 10-year time span, 1649 to 59, when he had Charles I beheaded, he went on a rampage. We went over that last week. Charles I was beheaded. They exhumed his grave, so he had a brown complexion. His body was preserved in the tomb, in the casket, and he was beheaded in 1649. So from that time, from 49 to 49 to 59, he went ape sh. He went ham on us and started shipping out and murdering and he massacred. The brother mentions it here. He got the video I'm showing y'all, but he massacred like a damn near like a quarter of like millions of us. He massacred, and those he didn't, he killed a lot of the males. He killed a lot of the males, and most of the ones he didn't kill, he banished into plantations in Jamaica and so forth in the Caribbean, St. Kitts, Jamaica. So there's logs where they pretty much, so that's why earlier it said in this book that it started off as a trickle, then turned into a torrent, because Cromwell did it. It was a few of us here and there. But then the Hanoverian family took over, the whites took over the English throne. Hanoverian, that was the Jacobite rebellion later on, and that's when the slave trade started. That's why that map I showed you last week, the Black Atlas, the slave trade atlas, it shows a big concentration of slaves being shipped out of Liverpool and Bristol, and that's the Jacobite rebellion. That's that. That's where that all started. They were shipping out Charles II's family, like the Stuart family members, cousins, supporters of their family. They got exiled right here. This right here. Yep, right here. It says England, Ireland. You see that big circle there? That means millions. Zoom into it more. Just zoom into the map more. You do that? Zoom into all I want is England. I don't care what nothing else. Right there. See that big circle there? That means millions. That's what I said earlier. It said from trickle to torrent. This is torrent. Liverpool, Chester, Lancaster, Bristol. That's where the Jacobites, Black, Brits, and Irish and Scottish were being shipped out by the boatloads into slavery under the Hanoverian era. A few little, you see Whitehaven up there up top, on the top of it, that's the trickle. That's like Cromwell. You see Dunkirk, go over to the right. Dunkirk, right there, that's like Cromwell right there. Cromwell, what he did. So go back now, go back. So this history is not taught to us. Oh, we shipped you guys in slavery when y'all sat in the throne. No, you guys were in Africa throwing spears and we grabbed you and threw you in a boat. That's not what happened. It's not that simple. So let's go back. Read it again now.
This link ideally comes in the form of a ship's passenger list, which identifies the immigrant, his occupation, age, place of origin, and possibly the reason for immigration.
Why he was shipped off? There more, Jez?
No, sir. Just when we get into the log and the directory.
Go into the directory. You got the directory? Can you zoom into it? That it?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
So I just one brother zoned in on. Go up.
Wait. Before you go up, you see it right there? Hodgson George. Read that.
Hodgson George.
Watch this.
Jacobite captured at Preston.
A supporter of King James on the throne. You're Jacobite. He was captured. I mean, it was a war. Right. Because they were fighting against the white man to keep the Stuarts on the throne. That's the rebellion. Read this. Read on.
Transported on the Godspeed.
That's the ship. Transported on the Godspeed. Watch.
Master Arthur Smith.
From where?
From Liverpool.
What I said earlier. Go back to that map again. From Liverpool. Go back to the atlas again. Zoom in. All I want is England. What do you see to the left? Liverpool. These are Jacobites being shipped off to plantations. That's the second wave. The first wave is Cromwell. This is the second wave under a different white regime. The Hanoverians are trying to copy the Cromwellian era. We read that last week. The Hanoverians, which was the white family that intermarried into the Stuart family and took over the throne. That married the Stuart daughters, took over the throne. They're Hanoverians. They're really Germans, but took on British names, English names, and then they took over the Hanoverians, the Hanovers, and they shipped us off. Okay, now go back to the book again. So go ahead, Jez. You got it. I'm sorry.
Yeah, so go down. I'm sorry, I was telling you go up. Deke see something else?
No, go ahead. I'm sorry, go ahead. I was saying go ahead.
Okay, go to, I'm looking for George Humes. Right here. George. Well, here it says home. Read that.
Home George, royalist soldier.
That's the one I want. Go down. Over. All right, yeah, read George. There's another one.
Home Francis
Nah.
from Liverpool.
Right here, up the top. Yeah, read that real quick.
Home George.
George Holmes. So it's George Holmes.
George Home.
30.
30 years old.
Writer.
That's his occupation.
Edinburgh.
That's where he lived.
Son of George, home of Whitefield. Duns, Berwickshire. Jacobite. Prisoner at Carlisle and Lancaster.
Look.
Transported on the veteran
Ship.
Master John Rickey from Liverpool
Here we go again.
for the Leeward Islands, 5 May 1747. Liberated by a French privateer and landed on Martinique, June 1747.
Right. Now, we have to go to, are you going to bring up the Jacobite gleaners now, or?
We could do it. We do that. Oh, you can do that. That's fine. We can go back to it.
Okay.
But I want you to.
That correlates with this right here.
Yes, but what I want you guys to focus on also here is it says transporter on the veteran, Liverpool. Once again, Liverpool, right? And ended up on Martinique. He ended up on Martinique. That's where he ended up. The Caribbean islands. That's where he ended up. Go over to Barbara Horner to the right. Read that.
Wife of Thomas Hunter, Dinduff, Covenanter.
So royalists are those royal to the throne. Covenanter are those royal to the black throne. Jacobites are those royal to the black throne. Any black person that did not want the white man on the black throne ended up in this situation here, or killed. Read that.
Banished to the plantation.
Banished to where?
To the plantation.
Go ahead.
At Dumfries, 24 October 1684.
She was banished to the plantations. That's the Caribbean islands as well. These are all plantations. So now go to Jacobite now. You go there.
I should have the page, one of the pages.
I put the book here. They should have all of that. They should have all of it. Jacobite. Oh, you got the video? Play the video first. Yeah. What time we got to a break? We passed it already. You passed break already? Or
15 minutes.
All right, cool. Press play.
Did you know that the Scottish and Irish were black people and they were the same nation?
Now pause. What? You hear how he sounds? That's how he spoke when he ruled. Oh, he sound like a white man. No, they sound like us. That's how he spoke. And they got the white man with the clown face, because he is a clown, and he's laughing. Whenever white folks do that uncomfortable laugh, they know what he's saying is true. That's the laughter of, nigga, how you know? That's what that laughter is. Who told you? That's what that is. Most white folks, I call them the peons of white people, don't read or know anything. The elites and the rich people, families that are oftentimes like rich, like the Jeff Bezos, the Elon Musks, they understand we ruled Europe. They've said it. I have video of Elon Musk saying it. That the Dark Ages and so forth, they read our history. They know what we were, who we are, what we are, and what we have been, where we have been. So this brother caught on to the history. Press play.
Did you know that the Scottish and Irish were black people and they were the same nation?
Yep.
But let's stick with the Irish, right? So the Irish were a black people, right? Now, when the last black king was deposed from Britain, okay, Charles II.
Pause. I mentioned him earlier. Charles II and 7th. And his brother's name I'm sorry. Well, Charles II, and you had his brother's name was James.
James,
James II and seventh. So Charles II James was dethroned first. Then Charles II, I believe, tried to come back. He got dethroned as well and couldn't get the throne back again because the Hanoverians took over. That's what he's gonna say it. William and George, because James II and seven's daughters were two evil black women.
Yeah, go ahead, D.
Skank.
Don't put me in that position. Yeah, they were ocean with the sand. They were beaches. Two of his daughters, beaches. I'll say beaches.
Wenches.
Yeah, with wenches. Yes, I'll call them that. Bed wenches. Yes. Come on. Yeah, I don't like that word. I like beaches better.
Yeah.
But anyway,
I understand, but you know,
yeah, I'm gonna say
for the sake of the show.
For the show, I'm gonna say black bitch. Oh, okay. So anyway, so the two black women turned on their father, married these white men, and pretty much got their father and uncle dethroned. So in the midst of that, this took place. Press play. I'm sorry.
Wait, what? He was a black king. Charles II was
Yes.
black?
Yep.
His nickname when he was born was the Black Boy. Okay.
Yep.
And no, you're not going to find it on Google because
He looks his pictures are very white for a black man. He's
Pause.
very,
Why? Because they set up their ensigns for signs. That's why we'll go over these books. It says remember the book I showed you earlier, John Mackey, tall black man, black complexion. Then you Google it, it's a white man looking like Brad Pitt,
Right.
looking like Tom Hanks or Hugh Jackman.
Remember McDuff?
Get that picture, bro.
Black.
That's the funniest picture on earth, bro. They had I'm sorry.
With his hair blown
They
in the
had a
wind.
dude named Macduff. His name mean nigga. His name mean nigga. And they got a white man with his lip like this, with a comb over, and no. Yo, get that picture, bro.
With a skirt on.
It's the book called Clans. You know what I'm talking about? Yo, get that joint, bro. Macduff. That thing mean son of the nigga, son of the black. And they got a picture of Al Bundy with his foot in the rock. Shit is diabolical, man. Here we go. Get that picture. Get that. This is Duff. This is Duff mean nigga, black. This is Duff. Go to the bottom of the picture.
Look at your boy, man.
He got longer. Look, Macduff, son of the black.
Yeah, McDuff.
No shoes.
No shoes, with a sword in his hand,
Said I'm a nigga today.
with his hat in the air, with a comb over.
This is war!
Yo, bro, this is
niggas
stupid
up.
as hell, bro.
Hey, and for this reason, we will put this book back.
Yeah.
We will put the book back. Because blacks, we don't read.
Get the next page. It says Macduff, right? Get the next page.
Yeah, get the
Just so you know, I'm making this up. Read that.
The McDougal's
McDougal or Duff is the same. It's pronounced Dub is not. It's not really. Yeah, it's Duff. Dub is pronounced Duff actually.
No, that's not the page. Is it another page? Yeah, that's not the page.
Yeah, get the next page. Yeah.
Right here.
Yeah, zoom in, man.
Yeah, there you go.
Go up to the top. Mac Dubich or Mac Duffs. Go over there to the right. Now go over to read that right there.
Yeah, read that.
This
man.
surname is one of the most ancient in Scotland. And the chief was among the first of those nobles who became distinguished by the Saxon title of Earl.
Read this here.
Duff.
Duff,
The BH having the sound of F or V.
See, so it's Dove or Duff. So Macduff. So BH is like you say someone's being phony. It's the F sound. So the BH is the same thing. Duff. Go ahead.
Is the term in Gaelic.
Get on. Now keep that in mind. Gaelic pronunciation, because there's a book I have that says the black folks in Jamaica, they spoke a Gaelic. You know what I'm talking about? What book is that, man?
Brought it up.
Is it Black Irish? Is it in there?
Say it again. You said the what?
Is it there black folks in the islands that spoke with a Gaelish that spoke Gaelish? Read that.
Oh, didn't we bring that out?
Yeah.
We did. I forgot what it is though. But read
Is,
that.
is the term in Gaelic descriptive of a black or
Or-
dark colored man?
Go back to the picture again.
Go back to the picture, man.
Let's go back and forth. Go back and forth. Go back and forth.
Yo, put up a split screen.
Yeah, side
Split
by
screen.
side.
Yeah, side by side.
Oh, the page and the image. Then we'll go back to the video.
This guy crazy, man.
This is diabolical, man. Diabolical. And the white man's, I'm Googling it. It's the white. He looks really white. So does Jesus. When you Google him.
Hey, why they get that? The title, remember it says we were the first of nobility to be titled earls, right? The black Macduff. The title earl, it says, Wikipedia, is a rank of nobility in the United Kingdom. In modern Britain, an earl is a member of the peerage, ranking below a marquess and above a viscount. So a earl was a high-ranking title of nobility. Not too far below a king, like a lord.
A high official.
A high official.
Now, read it again. Now look at the white man on the right. Read the description.
Duff, the BH having the sound of F or V, is the term in Gaelic descriptive of a black or dark-colored man. And all those who are of this clan refer to Macduff, the powerful Thane or Fife.
Thane of Fife.
Thane of Fife, who overthrew Macbeth in 1056 as their common ancestor.
So he defeated Macbeth. Macbeth is son of Beth. He was also a black man.
That's right.
And his image is found in a castle called Holyrood Castle. And he's described with black skin and twisted hair. Macbeth. That's why they had Denzel playing him, Macbeth, because they know that Macbeth was black too.
Right.
That's why they have Denzel playing Hannibal. Right. They know Macbeth. They know that Hannibal was black too. So they got this white dude here. Go to him again. I want you guys to understand. They set up their end signs for signs. Here is the example. Good, First Maccabees 3:48.
First Maccabees chapter 3 and verse 48. And laid open the book of the law, wherein the heathen had sought to paint the likeness of their images.
They sought to paint the likeness of their images. Set up their end signs for signs. Same thing. Did it? That it on the verse? All right, let's go back to the video now.
Hey, Deke, if I may, real quick, and that's crazy. Why they would go to such lengths to paint and whitewash all of that? Because they understand how important image is.
Yep.
The scripture says, "Without a vision, the people perish."
Yep. Right.
That's so simple. Why would they go through such lengths when a man is literally named black? You gonna make him white?
Yep.
Diabolical.
And even in Google, it says the name Macduff is an anglicized or Englishized form of the Scottish Gaelic Macduff, which translates to son of Duff, meaning son of the dark one or son of the black one.
Come on, bro.
So that white dude with the comb over, who the hell is they got Frazier?
Oh, snap.
Frazier, Homer Simpson as Macduff. That's Homer Simpson.
Damn. It's wild, man.
Diabolical, man. This guy like he's from that 70s show. Let's go back. Let's play.
Indeed, all the
very white
pictures,
looking.
you'll find out that Thomas Cromwell destroyed 97% of the artwork and
It was
manuscripts
Italian.
and stuff.
So Italian
Sorry?
grandmother. Charles II. He was Italian.
He's
so
being an
white.
asshole right now. He's being an a-hole.
No, I'm afraid. Anyway, this guy, he was called the Black Boy.
Yep.
Right? And
Yes, on his wanted poster, he was described as black, which was not his race.
Not only that,
Pause. He's telling his wanted poster
if you-
he's described as black, but not because of his race. So why else would he be called black? Why would you describe a white man as black? That's why he put the clown face over him. That makes sense. This guy's it's the pride. He saw their rage. That's why this show is important. Right. White people are raised with the superiority complex. They're raised in it. They're raised to be taught innately, subconsciously, that you're better than everyone. And everything on this earth that's good and right and holy and pure is you. And anything that's advancement or civilization or the betterment of anything is because of your people's contribution. Not the slaves they owned. No. But the white man is God's gift on this earth. That's where that whole thought process came from manifest destiny. White people are divinely destined divinely to overthrow and conquer anyone that does not look like them. And they're the standard of beauty. They're the standard of IQ. You hear dumb niggas say you have low IQ. They get that from white people. So he's saying, Italian. Now this brother is not citing. Now the only problem I see with the brother is he's not citing his sources. He's just talking. But what he's saying is true. But obviously, based upon his confidence and how he's saying it, he obviously came across with what we showed y'all so far. Press play.
Anyway, this guy, he was called the Black Boy. Right? And
Yes, on his wanted poster, he was described as black, which was not his race.
Not only that, if you find a book called The Memoirs of the Secret Services of John Mackey.
See? We just showed you that book. So he's reading. This brother's reading this stuff. He's a lecturer. Go ahead.
The Memoirs of the Secret Services of John Mackey, right? You'll find, and John Mackey was a spy for William of Orange. And his job was to make an inventory of the noblemen of Great Britain, okay? So he described all the noblemen in detail. And you'll find that the sons of Charles II were also described as black people. And some of them, it said, almost as black as their father, King Charles II. So he was of the Stuart line, right? He was a Stuart line. I've got an engraving of the
Stuart
father,
line.
Lord Henry Darnley, okay?
Pause.
And
Lord Darnley was King James' father.
Yeah.
So his brother says he claims to have a portrait of Darnley. I'm not sure how accurate it is. We try to find it. It's hard to find. But if he does have a portrait, if there's a portrait out there, I'd love to find it, of Lord Darnley Stuart. Lord Darnley Stuart was King James' father. And his mom's name was Mary Stuart, also known as Bloody Mary, because she killed Catholics. Press play.
Esau is laughing from anger.
Yeah, he's laughing from anger because the way the brother's speaking, he's speaking in confidence, and he's trying to laugh it off because that's what Esau does. Esau, your F you laugh. Esau laughs you to minimize what you're saying. That's what they do. The men and the women do the same thing.
Yep.
When they're uncomfortable, they laugh.
Contempt.
It's a hatred. It's a hatred hidden behind laughter. So he's saying these things. Now, one of two things. Either this white guy is really stupid and ignorant and doesn't know what the brother's talking about, or he does know and he's mad that the brother knows. And I would say 7 times out of 10, they usually know what we're saying is true. Go ahead.
Lord Henry Darnley, okay, and I've got engravings of Charles II himself, and a painting which is Charles II, right? No, he was a black man. He was the last of the black kings of Great Britain. Okay,
Charles, King of England.
When
Let's look at this guy.
William of Orange took over, right? And then you had Cromwell. Oliver Cromwell, the first thing he did was attack Ireland and Scotland, okay? Cromwell basically decimated the Irish population. It went down to by about 40%.
Damn.
Essentially, that's the males. He killed most of the males, right? Those he didn't kill, he transported to their new colony in the Caribbean.
See? So we're going to show you that. So that's what we're showing you. That's the Whence Came the Black Irish book. Whence Came the Black Irish.
And when
So-
Esau says the Irish were slaves too, yeah, they were.
Yeah, they were slaves, but they were black. They were definitely Irish slaves.
And them killing off the males is nothing new. The nations always wanted to kill of our people.
Yep. Start with Egypt.
Right.
They said kill the males, kill the sons, and keep the women alive.
Yep. Pharaoh,
That's what they. That's the
Herod,
Pharaoh, Herod. Same thing. Nothing new under the
Today.
sun. Even Judith.
Abortions.
And Judith. They said, yo, they women are fine. Kill all the men.
Yep.
These are their women looking like this. Yo, kill all them niggas. That was their thought process. Kill them all. All right, so you got the introduction. We're gonna go on a quick break before we go into this book because there's a lot to cover. So you can text us at 267-702-6121. That's 267-702-6121. You can also Zoom call in. But if you do Zoom call in, understand we're on a time time frame. So just ask a question. We'll get to it. But we can't answer 4 or 5. I know some of y'all be excited. You want to answer 4 or 5 questions, and it's good. But we end up going over our time. So we cut you short. Don't be offended. All right. So we'll be right back after this break. Stay tuned. We're gonna jump into the book called Whence the Black Irish of Jamaica. Whence the Black Irish of Jamaica. All right, by Joseph J. Williams. So stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Platoon, are we ready? Always ready! Pull hand!
We're here in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina for Black Bikers Week. Tell that she got some understanding of the Bible, but not quite. We showed her that she can't wear pants. We showed her that she was being modest. We showed her she's an Israelite. We also showed her the kingdom of heaven is only for her and her people.
Can you show me that in the Bible? Hell no.
You see them out here half naked, drunk, smoking.
You 16, right? How old are you? You 17. You got a boyfriend. You having sex, right? 19, 22, 16.
So we out here to bring the word of God to these people, whether they like it or not. Hey man, a lot of sin, a lot of evil going on. The prophets are here to warn the people of God's judgment and wrath coming to America very soon. They don't know the truth of who they are. Now we come to warn them. So we pray the Lord be merciful to us, that we may teach our people, and pray the Lord be merciful to them, that they may wake up before his destruction comes. Hey, they got to get this work, man. They got to get it. All right? Shalom, Most High Christ bless.
I'm saying God give you common sense, just like He give you everything else. He made you in your own image, in His own image.
So where do we start?
I'm Bishop Nathaniel. I'm the founder of Israel United in Christ, founded in 2003. We teach that the blacks and Latinos, Native American Indians, are part of the 12 tribes of Israel, spoken of in the Holy Bible. The Bible talks about all races. All races have a place in God's plan. The fortunate thing for us is that we are God's chosen people.
So you're saying the blacks are Israelites?
Yes.
And the Jews are not?
They're not. The blacks are the 12 tribes of Israel.
Hit the bomb!
All praise to the Most High. We out here in Detroit, Michigan. We're blitzing the Northern Kingdom Parade, the so-called Cinco de Mayo, where they celebrate independence. But as we know, the Issachar is not independent. Issachar is under captivity, under persecution, through ICE, through the government raids, oppressing our people, supporting them. So what you don't know about Detroit is that it's very heavily segregated between Northern Kingdom and Southern Kingdom, between blacks and Latinos. So we're here to bring our people together with the word of God and bring that unity, that community, that nationhood, that brotherhood that the Most High wants for our people. All praise to the Most High.
We the ones blue ribbon on the fringes. We the ones flipping through the scriptures. We the ones marching through the trenches. We the ones about to fight a business. We the ones always on the go. We the ones everybody wanna know. We the ones really with the Holy Ghost. We the ones with the boots to the floor.
For years, the prophets of God have gathered, not just to be seen, but to be sharpened. This isn't just another event. This is where pressure turns into purpose, where boys become disciplined men, and where vision gets locked in. We've done this before, year after year, and every time it hits different. But 2026, this one is different. Because this time, the location is somewhere you don't want to miss. The atmosphere, electric. The brotherhood, unmatched. The transformation, real. You'll hear things that shift your mindset. You'll meet men that elevate your standard. You'll walk in one way and leave changed. And truth is, if you miss this one, you might be missing a moment that could have changed everything. Men's Conference 2026. Don't watch it happen. Be in the room. Register now.
It's AZ3 in the building. Yeah. Calling you daughters of Sarah. We see you. Today is your day. For the first author of our beauty have created them, labeled them. Beauty is much more when you relate with them. Way within, hate it cause they ain't it, can't compare to them. Away with them, my sisters like that precious. Ain't no one mistaking them, you can't get her twisted. Nope, sick religion's fake to them. Girded in any scripture, sister sharper than the blade of it. You can surely miss her with them critics and their labeling. The apple of her father's eye, ain't no one replacing.
Hey, listen, at the end of the day, Philippians tell us, man, we got to Philippians 2 tell us that we got to be in one mind, one spirit. We got to be working together all the time. It's not a me thing or him thing or it's a Most High thing. We out here to push the truth. We got to wake up the people. We got to get to them any way we can, by TV, by radio, by the streets, by flying mission, whatever we got to do. We're going to do it to wake our people up because we love them and they have not been taught who they are.
We're back. All praises, man. We're back. Just disappointed. But it's all right, man. It's all right. We're back. We're back.
It's all good. All praises.
All praises, man. So we're going to touch on whence the Black Irish of Jamaica. Now, the author of this book was a very, very overt racist. And he also authored the book called The Hebrewisms of West Africa. Yep. And he touched on, there we go, right there at the bottom. Okay, there you go. Author of Hebrewisms of West Africa. That's him. Wisdoms of the Caribbean. So this guy did some extensive research on the Israelites residing in Africa, and he's touching on blacks residing in Ireland as well.
AD.
And he hated niggas with a passion. He hated us with a passion, by the way. But he was one of them hateful, honest Edomites.
Mm-hmm. It's not a coincidence. It's like he following Benji. Because remember, Hebrewism of West Africa, that was catered to Benji.
Yes, right.
And now he coming here, Black Irish of Jamaica. So it's like
he's following Benji's trail. Yeah, that's what it seemed like. Yeah. This book was published in 1932.
Yeah. Sure.
Yeah. Go ahead. Well, introduction.
Visitors to Jamaica and the British West Indies frequently remark a seeming anomaly. And even the remotest sections of the bush and
jungle,
and among the darkest of the Negroes who clearly trace their ancestry back to the earliest slaves from Africa, they will find distinctively Irish names so common that an In an unguarded moment, they are apt to give flight to the imagination and claim that they have actually encountered a touch of the brogue. A few years ago, in one school in Kingston, might be found Burke, Collins, Mackey, McDermott, McKeon, and Walsh.
Remember the Mick is son of Macduff, Mackey, McDermott, McKeon. These are son of Keon, son of Dermott, son of Key, Collins, Burke. These are all Irish Scottish names that we had. Okay, the white man conquered us, took on our surnames, and then renamed us after our own surnames when they conquered us. They're still slave names. Go ahead.
And with one exception, the last named, who was a dusky brown. They were to all appearances full-blooded Negroes. In a single classroom of another school, there were Collins, Kennedy, McCormick, and O'Hare.
Like you had Biggie Smalls. His name was Christopher Wallace. Like William Wallace of Ireland. These are Benji's last names. Go ahead.
And here again, in only one case did the features or complexion indicate any infusion of Caucasian blood, although this one too was as black as the rest. Perhaps one of the names most frequently met with throughout the island is that of Burke. In some few instances, it is true, the name itself may be a corruption of that of the Haitian refugees, Duburg, who came to Jamaica in the 18th century at the time of the Haitian uprising. The usual explanation given for the presence of Irish names is, of course, that the slaves of former days were generally called by the family name of the master. But, in the case of Burke at least, we do not find a single planter of that name among the early records of Jamaica. Certainly, the survey of the year 1670 shows that at that time, not 1 acre of land was owned by anyone named Burke. And the same may be...
Meaning we came to the island with that name already. That's what it means. Go ahead.
And the same may be said in the case of most of the other Irish names we encounter today among the Negroes of the island.
We arrived with those last names already. Go ahead.
The purpose, then, of the present writer is to find a solution to the riddle.
Some of y'all may say something like, well, if those aren't our slave names, what's wrong with our last names? The problem with our last names is that our last names were self-given, not God-given. So God did not name us those last names. We gave ourselves those last names when we were in rulership. Of course, in wickedness. So we have self-given names, self-given bywords that were eventually, remember again, I will punish you according to your iniquities. Right. So our conquerors took on our names and then gave us pretty much imposed upon us their last names that were once our last names, if that makes any sense. But our name is Israel. That's who we are.
Right.
We are Ben Israel, Bat Israel. That's our daughter of Israel, son of Israel. That's our name. That's who our father is. That's who we should be named after.
It's the same way how we set up our own kings and princes.
Yep,
we
same
gave ourselves
thing.
our own names, our own surnames.
Yep, same thing. Go ahead.
Not from God.
And the answer, briefly summarized, lends itself to a threefold division. No, I missed the part. The purpose, then, of the present writer is to find a solution to the riddle, whence the Black Irish of Jamaica. And the answer, briefly summarized, lends itself to a threefold division. From Ireland.
So the Black Irish of Jamaica came from Ireland. Go ahead.
Through Barbados.
Then we ended up in Barbados.
To Jamaica.
Then Jamaica. Go ahead.
From Ireland. Mary Gaunt, writing about Jamaica in 1922 in her chapter on the white bondsman, states, to this boiling pot, Cromwell sent 1,000 Irish men and 1,000 Irish women.
Remember the book is called Whence Came the Black Irish. That's who Cromwell shipped over. He says Cromwell sent, how? By walking? No, ship. 1,000 Irish men and women. Go ahead.
I can find nothing but the bare notification that they arrived. And it hardly seems to me those 2,000 Irish can have helped matters much, whether they were poor convicts or political prisoners. In 1756, Dr. Brown was most emphatic in his statement. Cromwell, having had early intelligence of this conquest, Jamaica, resolved to miss no opportunity of supporting this new acquisition, which now indeed served him as another Siberia. And Edward Long, the historian, who was Speaker of the Jamaica House of Assembly in 1768, when writing a few years later, only expressed the commonly accepted opinion in the island, when he recorded that the Council of State in England voted that 1,000 girls and as many young men should be lifted in Ireland and sent over to assist in peopling the colony.
Peopling the colony, go ahead.
On May 11, 1655, Jamaica formally capitulated to the representatives of Cromwell, the Lord Protector of England. And as early as the following July 18th, we find a document signed by the field officers of the Army in Jamaica entitled "Several Considerations to be humbly represented to His Highness the Lord Protector and Council concerning the Army in America," wherein, after bespeaking necessary equipment and supplies, the request is made that servants from Scotland or elsewhere may be sent to assist in planting,
plantations,
etc., for which the officers out of their pay will make such allowance as His Highness shall think fit, and assign them such proportions of land, and His Highness shall direct at the expiration of their respective terms. There is in the Liberty at Boston College.
Library.
There is in the library at Boston College, Newton, Massachusetts, an undated manuscript, presumably in the handwriting of Oliver Cromwell, entitled "Certain Queries Concerning His Highness' Interest in the West Indies." The last two paragraphs read as follows: "Whether His Highness's interest in the West Indies can be carried on without the settling of some course for the constant supplying them with people, whether the weeding the commonwealth of vagabonds, condemned persons, and such as are useless and hurtful in war and peace, and a settled course taken for the transporting them to the Indies, and thereby principally supplying Jamaica, is not necessary to be consulted."
So going into who he wanted to be sent over here to the Americas. Go over to the next page. The circles, we got circled. Any pages are circled? I don't want to read. It's too much reading. Okay, go back. Go to page 9. Zoom in. Go down. Page 10.
"We cannot then better begin the study of our knotty problem than by taking up the evidence adduced by John P. Pendergrass, whose impartiality and candor is thus established beyond question. Mr. Pendergast's work, The Cromwellian Settlement in Ireland, appeared in London in 1865, and in Appendix 11, which is entitled "Of the Seizing of Widows and Orphans."
See, of the seizing of widows. Remember, they killed the men. Of the seizing of widows and orphans. Watch.
And the destitute.
Watch.
And transporting them to Barbados and the English plantations. We read, "While the government were employed in clearing the ground for the adventurers and soldiers, the English capitalists of that day, by making the nobility and gentry yield up their ancient inheritances,
take their lands,
and withdraw to Connaught, where they could wish the whole nation, they had agents actively employed through Ireland, seizing women, orphans, and the destitute, to be transported to Barbados and the English plantations in America. It was a measure beneficial to Ireland, which was thus relieved of a population that might trouble the planters. It was a benefit to the people removed, who might thus be made English and Christians, and a great benefit to the West India sugar planters, who desired the men and
the women
and boys for their bondmen, and the women and Irish girls in a country where they had only maroon women and negresses to solace them.
So this is going into the white man taking over. They went over there and moved into Jamaica and said you could have the Negroes shipped over there and work your land for you. And they had the Irish girls in the country where they had only maroon women and negresses to solace them, to comfort them. Go ahead.
The 13 Years' War from 1641 to 1654, followed by the departure of 40,000 Irish soldiers with the chief nobility and gentry to Spain, had left behind a vast mass of widows and deserted wives with destitute families.
They killed us. Go ahead.
There were plenty of other persons, too, who, as their ancient properties have been confiscated,
That's us. Go ahead.
had no visible means of livelihood.
They destroyed our homes. They killed us. Go ahead.
Just as the King of Spain sent over his agents to treat with the government for the Irish swordsmen, the merchants of Bristol had
Remember that same? I showed you that on the map. Bristol
had agents treating with it for men, women, and girls to be sent to the sugar plantations in the West Indies.
So from Liverpool and from Bristol. I showed you that as the map earlier, and it's the same year. Go back to the map again. It's the same time. Blow it up again. Blow it up. Nope, go back to the last map. Blow it up. Zoom in, go up. Bristol right there at the bottom. See the big circle there? Bristol and Liverpool. Now go to the top of the map. To the top. Like zoom in. There you go, right there. See the years? Yeah, that's it. Read it. European ports.
European ports where slave voyages were outfitted.
What's the year?
1642 to 1807.
That's the same time period. Same exact time period. This is right after Cromwell. Right after Cromwell, leading into the Hanoverian. That's why I said started as a trickle and turned to a torrent. From Cromwell, trickle, Hanoverian, torrent, meaning a whole bunch. Now go back. A stream. Torrent's like stream. Go ahead.
The commissioners for Ireland gave them orders upon the governors of garrisons to deliver to them prisoners of war, upon the keepers of goals for offenders in custody, upon masters of workhouses for the destitute in their care, who were of an age to labor, or if women were marriageable and not past breeding.
There you go, making us breeders. Making them marriageable or not past breeding. Not too old. Go ahead.
And gave directions to all in authority to seize those who had no visible means of livelihood.
Now what they're doing now is Trump trying to pass a law called vagrancy laws, where if you homeless, your ass be a slave.
Dang.
Remember, the Irish came in there, burned our homes down. They pillaged. Cromwell's men came in there and massacred and burned our homes down. So those who had no home to return back to, guess what they got shipped off to? In slavery. They had no livelihood. It's their ancient inheritance. Give me that word. Remove the landmark. So what happened was when the Irish came along under Cromwell's order, the white Irish came along, and they conquered us out of Ireland and so forth. They took over the land. So when you see a bunch of white folks living in Ireland, those are the children of the soldiers that killed the black and shipped the black ones out to Ireland, into the Caribbean.
Or Deuteronomy 19, whichever one.
Deuteronomy 19.
Yeah, 1914.
Read that. You got a nutcase on a common board again?
Yep.
There's always one or two.
A loose cannon.
This guy is going on a rant about Hispanics not being Israelites. We talk about King James and ruling in Europe. This is the reason why I want to give a shout out to Oliver Cromwell. What's his name? Oppenheimer, Einstein, and Niels Bohr for making nuclear science possible. If it were not for nuclear science, nuclear bombs would not exist, and the bombs that are capable of destroying a mass number of evil, stupid niggas on a high scale was made possible by these three beautiful Edomite men. I want to thank these three Edomite men for making nuclear bombs possible so that stupid niggas like the one on the comment board can be destroyed within a moment's time. Shout outs to those Edomites. Shout outs to you three. You guys live in my heart. Those are the only Edomite males that I really care much for in my heart. I really care about those brothers, man. Those Edomites, those three, just those three. And what they did, their contribution to nuclear science makes destroying niggas possible in a short time, within a half an hour, 20 minutes to half an hour. So those of you who don't believe that Hispanics are our people, I hope that your eyes are opened when the nuke drops. Where we at?
Job chapter 24 and verse 2.
Thank you.
Some remove the landmarks. They violently take away flocks.
That's what Cromwell did. Go ahead.
And feed thereof.
Feed their what?
And feed thereof.
Feed thereof, right. And they feed thereof. They violently take away flocks and take away lands, and they feed thereof.
Keep reading.
Keep going.
Yeah.
They drive away the ass of the fatherless. They take the widow. They drive away the ass of the fatherless. they take the widow's ox for a pledge.
Yeah, and that's in here. That's in this book here. The widows, the fatherless,
Orphans,
destitute, orphans. That's this right here. Let's go back.
And Gabe, I'll just read. Upon the keepers of gold.
Oh, real quick, can y'all remove the idiot on the comment board? Also, he's being distracting, and brothers can't pay attention to what's going out when they're arguing with stupid-ass people on the comment board. I understand stupid is a very, very alluring spirit. It makes you hear something so dumb, you got to respond to it. So the remedy for that is to remove him off the comment board entirely. So just have this guy removed from the comment board entirely until he learns how to learn, or she, or whoever the hell this is. It, whatever, learns how to learn like everybody else. Something that most niggas aren't capable of doing. That's why we're in captivity now. Where we at? About it. His name is Messianic Jew 400.
Upon the keepers of goals for offenders in custody, upon masters of workhouses for the destitute in their care, who were of an age to labor, or if women were marriageable and not past breeding, and gave directions to all in authority to seize those who had no visible means of livelihood, and deliver them to these agents of the Bristol sugar merchants.
Bristol sugar merchants. Go ahead.
In execution of which latter direction Ireland must have exhibited scenes in every part like the slave hunts of Africa.
The same hunt they had when the British entered Africa is the same hunt they had for us in Ireland. Go ahead.
How many girls of gentle birth must have been caught and hurried to the private prisons of these men catchers, none can tell.
Damn.
But at last, the evil became too shocking and notorious, particularly when these dealers in Irish flesh,
black Irish flesh,
began to seize the daughters and children of the English themselves and to force them on board their slave ships.
Their what?
Their slave ships.
Force them on board. So you had English, black English, the Irish, Scottish, to force them on slave ships. Go ahead.
And to force them on board their slave ships. Then, indeed, the orders at the end of 4 years were revoked. In January 1654, the governors of Carlow, Kilkenny, Clonmel, Wexford, Ross, and Waterford had orders to arrest and deliver to Captain Thomas Morgan, Dudley North, and John Johnson, English merchants, all wanderers, men and women, and such other Irish within their precincts as should not prove they had such a settled course of industry as yielded them a means of their own to maintain them.
If you can't take care of these people who are all lost and destitute, then ship them off. Go ahead. And within your area, within your jurisdiction. Go ahead.
All such children as were in hospitals or workhouses, all prisoners, men and women, to be transported to the West Indies.
Wow.
The governors were to guard the prisoners to the ports of shipping, but the prisoners were to be provided for and maintained by the said contractors, and none to be discharged except by the order under the hand and seal of the governor ordering the arrest. It is easy to imagine the deeds done under such a power. On the 22nd December of the same year, orders were issued prohibiting all the shipping in any harbor in Ireland bound for the Barbados and other English plantations from weighing anchor until searched, in order that any persons found to have been seized without warrant should be delivered. All measures, however, were vain to prevent the most cruel captures as long as these English slaves...
Don't make sure I'm about the wrong person. Hold on. Is it about it saying stupid stuff, or is it Black Messianic Jew?
Yeah, that's what I was about to ask.
Yeah, don't Black Messianic Jew. I think he's making sense. It's the other dude saying stupid stuff. I think it's about it saying stupid nonsense.
Yeah. About it. He about nothing.
He about to get put out the damn comment board.
Yeah, because he's saying you cannot pick and choose what law to keep and all that other.
Yeah, about it. Yeah. This guy's distracted, man. Yo, listen, about it. What your name is, man. Listen, I need you to do me a favor. I need you to be quiet in the comments, bro. You're being disrespectful. We're not talking about Israelites being black. We're talking about Israelites ruling England and so forth. You're taking us somewhere else. So you're distracting the comment board. Relax. I'm gonna throw you out of here. Go ahead.
In the course, All measures, however, were vain to prevent the most cruel captures as long as these English slave dealers had recourse to Ireland. In the course of 4 years, they had seized and shipped about 6,400 Irish men and women, boys and maidens, when on the 4th of March, 1655, all orders were revoked. These men catchers employed persons, so runs the order, to delude poor people by false pretenses and to buy places, and thence they forced them on board their ships.
They would trick them. So I got work for you. When it come, I got work. They would trick us to go on there too. Blackbirding. Yep. Go ahead.
The persons employed had so much of peace for all so deluded, and for the money's sake, they were found to have enticed and forced women from their children and husbands.
Wow.
Children from their parents, who maintained them at school, and they had not only dealt so with the Irish, but also with the English.
That's the black English, yeah.
Which last was the true cause, probably, of the commissioners for Ireland putting an end to these proceedings.
Because you had Edom pretty much taking, not just the Irish, they were taking the black British also, shipping them off.
D, can I land back off of that?
Yeah.
Hey, put that page up. Just one line.
Damn.
Go to the book cover.
The book?
Virginia, Economic History of Virginia in the 17th Century.
So we talking about Virginia again. Go ahead.
An inquiry into the material condition of the people based upon original and contemporaneous records.
I had this book. I forgot why I had it, but I think this is the reason why I have it.
Yeah, you do. I think it's the reason. Go ahead. Next page.
Thank you, Jazz. Thank you. Tell me about this book.
Start at in 1638.
In 1638, the number amounted to 30.
Go up some. I don't want to take much deacon time. The extent of the increase.
The extent of the increase in 1636 did not exceed 7.
So they're talking about the slaves. They're talking about us, right? Go ahead.
The importation by individual planters
What page is this?
Go 75.
All right.
The importation by individual planters being in no case larger than 2. In 1637, 28 Negroes were introduced, Henry Brown being the importer of 8. In 1638, the number.
So this is earlier than the period that we are speaking of right now. This is earlier, 1630s. Go ahead.
In 1638, the number amounted to 30. The planters who obtained head rights on the basis of these 30 slaves included such leading citizens as Francis Epps.
Stop. So head rights is what they put in place when the indentured, so-called indentured service came over. Esau came over, and they was working the lands, but they said, nah, we need slaves. So they implemented head rights for Esau to come from Ireland and so forth to get land. And once they got land, they gave them slaves to work the land. So that's head rights. Go ahead.
The planters who obtained head rights on the basis of these 30 slaves included such leading citizens as Francis Epps, John Bannister, Randall Crew, Christopher Wormley, George Menifee, Thomas Harris, John Robbins, and Richard Kemp. Richard Kemp brought in 11, and George Menifee 23.
So he brought in 23. Read.
It is stated that the whole number of Africans
read,
introduced in this year by the latter
were from where?
Were from England.
They were from England.
Wow.
They were from England. And this is earlier. This is earlier than what the time period of Cromwell and them. Cromwell, that was 1650s.
Yeah, but the reason why, because remember, a lot of these are going, this is when King James, this is when Charles was ruling.
Yeah.
Because these are prisoners. Like, these are like convicts, adultery, thieves, forgery. So pretty much, you know how, like the movie like Django, where they make the blacks, the movie Life with Eddie Murphy, where they pretty much, like, they basically become a slave. So if you're a criminal, you got shipped off to the plantations over there. So during King Charles' time, we would ship off the worst of us into these plantations to work because they were like today in jail. Today in prison, the same thing. If you're in jail today, you're a slave. You build a desk, you make soap. Because I know when I worked at a precinct, there was this thing called this brand. It was called Corecraft. All of the benches, the desks that the secretaries sit in the offices were all built by prisoners. They make like 10 cents an hour, something like that. So likewise, when we ruled over Europe, we had our slaves shipped off to those colonies and worked there. And Edom were the correction officers, pretty much like in the movie Life.
Right.
And the black folks worked it. Then when Cromwell took over, he killed us and shipped thousands more of us over there as slaves also. That's what happened. You understand? So that's pretty much how when the blacks arrived in England. These are like war criminals, like prisoners, things of that nature. Once Cromwell took over, he took over 6 years later, he began to ship the black Irish out, regardless of criminal or not.
So those of us at this time, Deacon, what you saying? This is for like petty crimes.
Yes, petty crimes. This is during the time of King Charles.
Yep.
So these guys here were probably criminals, or they were perjury, petty crimes, stealing, whatever. They got shipped off to work, work the land, whatever, under Edom's supervision on the colonies of the Caribbean. When Cromwell took over, 10 years after this, he went on a genocidal freaking rampage, and those who didn't kill or destroy, he shipped them off by the thousands to the same exact area here. And those are not criminals. Those are just innocent women and children.
Right.
Then later after that, the Hanoverian, that's Jacobites. Same thing after that. Okay? And on a larger scale, that became the slave trade. Okay? Just to give you guys the timeline.
That's it, Deacon.
That's good stuff. Now I know I had the book. All praises. Not good. Because I also thought the garbage. Now I have it. It's a big green book. It's the 17th century on it.
2 volumes.
Yeah. So I had that one. Now I know why I have it. Page 75. I remember. Go ahead.
You gotta go back a page because we started and then, yep, right here. Who maintained them at school, and they had not only dealt so with the Irish, but also with the English, which last was the true cause, probably of the commissioners for Ireland putting an end to these proceedings. This point will recur later. Pendergrass continues. Yet not quite an end. In 1655, Admiral Penn added Jamaica to the Empire of England. And colonists being wanted, the Lord Protector applied to the Lord Henry Cromwell.
Cromwell, go ahead.
Then Major General of the forces in Ireland, to engage 1,500 of the soldiers of the army in Ireland to go thither as planters, and to secure 1,000 young Irish girls.
Damn, Irish
wenches. Is Secretary Thurlow's term.
He called us our women wenches. Go ahead.
To be sent there also. Henry Cromwell answered that there would be no difficulty, only that force must be used in taking them.
You couldn't just take us alive. He fought back. Go ahead.
And he suggested the addition of from 1,500 to 2,000 boys of from 12 to 14 years of age. We could well spare them, he adds, and they might be of use to you.
So we'll keep these, because normally they will kill the boys and send the girls. But the boys are needed, so we'll send the boys too under certain ages, because these little boys can't fight us back. They're kids. So we'll spare them, and you can use them also. Go ahead.
And who knows, but it might be a means to make them Englishmen. I mean Christians.
Make them Englishmen. Make them little black boys, give them white brains. They said make them Englishmen or Christian. Give them a white man's education while they're working the land. That's what he's saying here. Go ahead, like the Spaniards did. That the Spaniards did to us. Go ahead.
The numbers finally fixed were 1,000 boys and 1,000 girls to sail from Galway in October 1655.
Watch.
The boys as bondmen.
The boys as what?
Bondmen.
Go ahead.
Probably. And the girls to be bound by other ties to these English soldiers in Jamaica.
Bond women. Give me Deuteronomy 28:68. We read slave ship. We read bondmen. That's why I'm reading through all these pages. Bondmen, bond women.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
With ships, go ahead.
By the way whereof I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again.
Go ahead, Egypt anymore, go ahead.
And there,
but in this Egypt, go ahead.
Ye shall be sold unto your enemies.
Sold to your enemies, white English, go ahead.
For bondmen.
Bondmen, we read that same term in this book, go ahead.
And bondwomen.
And young girls, bond women, go ahead.
And no man shall buy you.
No man shall redeem you out of that. So these curses are reoccurring curses. Jump to verse 45. Because we got some idiots talking about, that happened already in Assyria. That happened in the time of kings. These are reoccurring curses for you unlearned Christians out there using apologetic or apologetic talking points. Read 45, please.
Verse 45. Moreover, all these curses.
All these curses already written from verse 15 to 44, And 45 to 68, go ahead.
Shall come upon thee.
Shall come upon thee.
And shall pursue thee.
Wherever you go, wherever you're found, you're going to find these situations occurring against you. Go ahead.
And overtake thee.
And overtake you. We were overtaken in Ireland. Overtaken in Scotland. In Britain. Go ahead.
Till thou be destroyed.
Till you are destroyed. Go ahead.
Because thou hearkenest not unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
Because we were sinful. Go ahead.
To keep his commandments and his statutes which he commanded thee. And they shall be upon thee for a sign.
These curses will be upon you for a sign. Go ahead.
And for a wonder.
A wonder of why this happened. How does this take place? An astonishment. Go ahead.
And upon thy seed.
Upon who?
Upon thy seed.
And upon your children. What?
Forever.
Forever. So these curses will be upon you and your children. They're reoccurring. They're what you call today generational curses. They're not one-time only curses. Or what happened in Syria, that's it. Happened multiple times.
Right.
Happened in Britain, happened in Spain, happened in Rome, happened in Greece, happened in Babylon, happened in Persia, happened in Spain, happened in Britain, happened in Portugal. The hell you talking about, man? One-time curses. Just sit back, listen, and learn. You're going to be all right. And stop having women talk, man.
Right.
Just stop fucking letting women talk, man.
Shut your black gums.
On these YouTubers, letting the women just please. It was like listening to a bunch of cackling geese.
Damn. Right.
Fly, you know, and outside you and the birds flying in the sky. That's how they sound on the YouTube. Bunch of cackling geese argue back and forth. It's insanity. That's all I want, man. I'm good. I'm calm now. Jesus Christ! It was Christians versus Black Hebrew Israelites and Jews. So it was Christians versus Christians versus Christians. That's what that was. Dang. Read that. Modern Christians versus modern Christians versus modern Christians. Go back. What was that? Bondmen. Go ahead.
The boys as bondmen, probably, and the girls to be bound by other ties.
Bound goes into being bond women. Go ahead.
Bound by other ties to these English soldiers in Jamaica.
They became wenches. So they ended up making our sisters tied to these English soldiers in Jamaica. You know what for? For comfort. We read that earlier. Yep. That these negresses give these English soldiers comfort in their solace. Go ahead.
A specific instance cited by Pendergast is the following. Daniel Connery, a gentleman of Clare, was sentenced in Morrison's presence to banishment in 1657 by Colonel Henry Inglesby for harboring a priest. This gentleman has a wife and 12 children. His wife fell sick and died in poverty. 3 of his daughters, most beautiful girls, were transported to the West Indies to an island called the Barbados. And there, if they are alive, they are in miserable slavery.
This man lost 3 of his daughters. Go ahead.
As regards precincts.
Next page. That's all. I'm just going to skip through now what I want. Read that. On the 3rd.
On 3rd of May, the governors of the respective precincts were ordered to send them with sufficient guards to Carrickfergus to be there put on board such ship as should sail with the first opportunity for the Barbados. One may imagine the pains of this toilsome journey by the petition of one of them.
Jump down to the 27th. I'm just going to skip through it. What page are we on? Okay, go ahead.
On 27th of August, 1656, the commissioners, having ascertained the truth of his petition, they ordered him 6 pence a day during his sickness, and in answer probably to this poor prisoner's prayer to be spared from transportation.
Do we have text? I'm sorry. Do we have text messages? I looked over there and I in a paragraph under it, right? What's written under it, though? Isn't that a text under it? Okay, so we got text then. Oh, God.
Blow it up just a little bit more?
Please do, man.
Thank you.
Thank you, DeWatt. I appreciate you for what you've done today.
Yeah, but they send it pictures.
And the text under the picture. What does it say?
Put the pictures.
I can't understand the picture. But it's a whole text under it.
I gotta see the pictures.
But the pictures.
Text doesn't matter. The pictures. The hell with the text. I want to see pictures. Okay, what you just said. Zoom in, please. Zoom in some more. Away from the pictures, please. Zoom in. You zoom in some more as far as it goes. Read that.
Appreciate you, brothers of IUIC, bringing out this truth. I have a childhood friend whose last name is Dunbar.
Okay.
We are both Liberians. My last name is Hennings. I was told by my late father that my great 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 grandfather came from Germantown, Tennessee, and came to Liberia after slavery was abolished. My friend Mr. Dunbar has a similar story. I remember reading about Benjamin Franklin talking about the black swarthy Germans migrating to the Americas and how much he hated it.
Yeah, I'm supposed to go into that book, Loswell, as the conclusion of this whole thing. So a lot of y'all keep bringing it up. I'm gonna bring it up. I'm gonna bring it out regarding that. Pretty much seals the deal of us ruling Europe.
Yeah, that was the last.
That's the last. That's like the
Germany,
last book I'm gonna bring out for y'all. When I touch on Peter, Russia, all that stuff, I'm gonna go into that. I'm gonna pull that book out last. So just bear with me. I think you're the second person that mentioned that book, so I'm gonna bring it out soon. Read that. I also have
a picture below I've sent from a website called My True Ancestry with Clan Coquin with Sun Castle Help Group E1B1.
Yeah, you gotta be very careful with the E1B1A stuff because I've heard brothers say, "Oh, E1B1A is found only in black people and Israelites or Hebrews, but Arabs don't have that E1B1A, and they should, because we come from Abraham. So if we come from Abraham, then the Arabs should have that same thing. They don't have that. So it's kind of weird that the nation that we come out of, they don't have E1B1A. Remember, Ishmael was the son of Abraham and Isaac and Jacob. So they should all have that same thing. They should have that same they should be part of that same haplogroup. So be very mindful of that DNA stuff because it's very, very confusing. It doesn't make any sense to me. That Arabs, not the white ones, even Esau.
Yeah.
Esau should have that same thing. Mm-hmm. He should have E1B1A also. He doesn't. So I mean, I got to do some. I got to figure this out because if Israelites have B1B1A, then that means that Jacob had it. That means that Isaac had it, and that means Abraham had it. And if Arabs don't have it, the real one, the black ones, and Edom don't have it, something ain't adding up. So I don't really put my stock into E1B1A stuff. You gotta put your stock on Deuteronomy 28 stuff. That's rely on that haplogroup, the group of scriptures, the haplogroup of scriptures. Believe in that, because that E1B1 stuff is, I don't know. I'll mess with that science stuff. Be mindful of it. What else we got?
This is the same person. I also have Barbados ancestry. I found out through a site called Antro. So it could be that my ancestors were taken to Barbados, then to the southern United States, then brought to Liberia in the 1860s. That's Duncastle, not Suncastle. Sorry for the typo. He was just asking IT to, I guess, post some stuff.
Yeah, we can't really see the image where you post it. We can't really see it. That's what Dawah was saying. Images are too blurry. But we do thank you, though, for the information that you provided. But we will go into that eventually regarding Thomas Jefferson's book. That's like my last thing I'm going to touch on before I close it out. Where we at now?
At Carrickfergus, Colonel Cooper, who was in charge of the prison, was authorized to dispense with transportation in the case of those who would renounce the Pope's supremacy and frequent the Protestant meetings and no other.
Yeah, remember, they were against the Catholic Church. They were Protestants. It was a Protestant reign. Go ahead.
If further legal evidence were required.
Let's jump down. What page is it, 17? Let's jump down to those banished who return.
Those thus banished who return into any part of the Commonwealth of England, Scotland, and Ireland without license.
Without permission.
Under the Great Seal of England.
Watch.
Are to suffer the pains of death as felons by virtue of this act without benefit of clergy.
So if you try to sneak back after you were banished to those islands, you said you would suffer pains of death for doing so. So there's no coming back home. Okay, go back, read on.
Samuel Rawson Gardner, who so emphatically denies the Cromwellian shipment of
Cromwellian shipment. Go ahead. This is before the Jacobite rebellion. This is before that. This is the Cromwellian era. Then the Hanoverian era was the Jacobite situation we read earlier, who they tried to copy this. Go ahead.
Denies the Cromwellian shipment of Irish girls to Jamaica. And speaking of the capture of Drogheda, September 12, 1649, unreservedly admits when the inevitable surrender came, Cromwell, instead of directing a promiscuous slaughter, ordered that the officers should be knocked on the head and every 10th man of the soldiers shipped for the Barbados.
Damn.
Whilst the whole garrison of the other tower was spared, though they too were sent to Barbados. A further admission by the same author is worth recording. Prisoners and others sent to Barbados.
Don't be surprised if you had a lot of Irish that were in the military that helped do this and got thrown in, and got shipped off too. Don't think you had no ignorant, evil niggas helping Cromwell cook their own people out of the land and got sold out too. That happened too.
Because what was going on was it was the parliament against the monarchy.
Yeah.
So you had Negroes in the parliament working for the government that were going against these royalists or Jacobites. So it was like a religious government thing, just like you got Republicans and Democrats going against each other here today.
Yep.
It's the same thing.
Yeah, but except it was except Cromwell was racist.
Yeah.
So he used that situation as a what's the one I'm looking for? And turned it into a racial situation where he pretty much targeted ethnic groups, Black, Irish, and so forth. He used a political situation and turned it as a cover for a racial agenda to remove us out the land and put white folks in it. Go ahead.
Or elsewhere in America are frequently spoken of as having been sent into slavery.
But go ahead.
If the word is used rhetorically, it may be true enough.
Go down.
Yeah, that reminds me, Deke. Remember that brother, that black guy that was helping Trump get in his election?
Yeah.
He never got a job.
Yep.
He never got a position in this government. And then now he's shipping all of us out.
Yep.
Northern Kingdom, Southern Kingdom.
Yeah.
So it's the same thing. They use it as cover, and then they go and they show their true colors later on.
Yep. Read no sooner.
No sooner doth a ship come to an anchor, but presently the islanders go aboard her, inquiring what servants they can buy.
What servants they can buy. That's Edom. Go ahead.
If they are above 17 years of age, they serve but 4 years, according to the law of the island. But if under 17, then left to the discretion of the merchant, as he can agree with the planter. These servants planteth, weedeth, and manureth their ground, all by hand. The freemen are such who served in the country for their freedom or paid their passage when transported from England.
Some got their freedom, so they ended up staying there. If they were above a certain age, they got 4 years, but they had to stay there. And if they were under, then you can keep them for as long as you want. Go ahead. When they arrive there, go ahead.
While it is theoretically true that the indentured labor or bondsmen in the West Indies might not be classed as slavery, we must not lose sight of what Ligon records from his own observations in Barbados at the very period when the Irish exiles were being delivered there.
Some try to download it and say, oh, no, they were just indentured servants. Some worked 4 years and they were free. So it's not that bad. It wasn't really slavery, like the blacks encountered. But watch this.
The island is divided into 3 sorts of men, viz., masters, servants, and slaves.
Watch.
The slaves and their posterity,
children,
being subject to their masters forever.
It was like slavery. It was involved. Perpetual servitude, perpetual slavery, same thing. Servitude was present during Cromwell's time. Go ahead.
The slaves and their posterity, being subject to their masters forever, are kept and preserved with greater care than the servants, who are theirs but for 5 years.
So you may have had Edom there, where they would serve for a while and get free, and you may have had some blacks there that may have served and got free, for the most part, for some part, but they started to stay there. Go ahead.
According to the law of the island, so that for the time the servants, have the worser lives, for they are put to very hard labor, ill lodging, and their diet very slight.
That's slavery. Ill lodging is a shack, a little tiny house on the side of the slave house. That's slavery. Go ahead.
Moreover, Cromwell wrote to Daniel Surley, governor of Barbados on August 23rd, 1655, complaining that some of the unfortunates had been allowed to leave the island when the term of their indenture was ended.
Stop. See? So he complained. They worked 4 years and got set free and tried to come back. So he's like, why these guys coming back here for? Because Cromwell didn't intend for them to get freedom. His intention was to have them all stay slaves. But the law was they work if they come at a certain age, they can work 4 or 5 years and come and then that's their free. But the ones that worked there 4 or 5 years and got freedom tried to return. Read on, watch. He's complaining. Watch this.
This brought from the governor a protest of loyalty and the further assurance.
Watch this.
For the future, such as your highness shall please to command to stay here, I shall, to the utmost possibility of means to be used, labor to keep them with us in pursuance of your highness' command.
He said, listen, keep them there. I don't care if they're free there. Let them be free and stay there. That's what Cromwell said. He didn't want them back. So even if you arrive there above 17 years of age, you work 4 or 5 years, you get your freedom. So a lot of people assumed, okay, remember their kids are back in England, their wives, their husbands are back. So they said, okay, I'll work my 4 or 5 years and come back. Cromwell was like, nah, I'm royal. I'm the king now. Leave them there. They're free. That's fine. They'll be free. They stay over there in the islands. So it's the same thing. Even if we work, for example, when black folks arrived in Virginia, we weren't slaves. In 1619, when black folks arrived in Virginia, we were free. Perpetual slavery started in 1640. So even when we were dropped off in Virginia in 1619, we weren't home. We lived our lives in Virginia, whatever, but we weren't home. So even if we got our freedom in the islands of the Caribbean after the exile of Cromwell, we lost our home. We tried to get back. He's like, nah, don't come back. You stay over there. You're free? Okay, you're free. Stay over there. But if you stay over there, who you got to work for? You work for the white man you got freedom from. You ain't no other job over there. Ain't no other jobs there. So you a slave, basically, in your freedom. Read on. This is crazy. Go ahead.
Robert Dunlop, in his preface to Ireland under the Commonwealth, tells us, the documents printed in these 2 volumes form part of a collection I made many years ago, when I had it in mind to write a history of the Commonwealth in Ireland. At the time, I was of opinion that the view taken by Pendergrass in his well-known book, The Cromwellian Settlement in Ireland, was not an entirely impartial one. I thought it possible to present the Cromwellian policy in a more favorable light than either he or Cart.
So he's saying, I thought that Cromwell had was entirely not impartial, that there were some things in here he wouldn't leave out, but he did leave stuff out. Go ahead.
With his loyalist predilections had done. What his loyalist predilections had done. My position was that taken up by Cromwell himself, viz., that the conquest and confiscation of Ireland was the divine retribution for this horrid and unprovoked massacre by the Irish Catholics of the English and Scottish settlers in Ireland in the first year of the rebellion.
Stop. Go back. It says that the conquest and confiscation of Ireland was the divine retribution for the horrid and unprovoked massacre by the Irish Catholics of the English and Scottish settlers in Ireland in the first year of the rebellion. So he was killing, like the brother said in the video, he was killing a lot of us. Go ahead.
In this spirit, I made these transcripts, and nothing that I read in them tended to alter that view. Subsequent studies, however, entirely disabuse the author, which fact detracts nothing from the real value of the documentary evidence which he furnishes for our present purpose.
So what he's saying is that he thought the author he was quoting from would not be impartial, but he was leaving things out, like them enslaving people, them perpetual slavery, all of that stuff. He was a lot of information. I had to do more of my research and dig, he's saying. Go ahead.
The author cites such a mass of well-authenticated facts that we can only touch on a few of the more pertinent and startling documents, leaving it to the interested reader to consult Dunlop direct. January 30, 1654, Oliver Cromwell writes to Fleetwood, Lord Deputy of Ireland, some merchants of the city of Bristol having petitioned to me for license to transport 400 of the Irish Tories and such other idle and vagrant persons.
And what?
Vagrant persons.
Bruh, listen, man. Trump is trying to pass a law right now that vagrancy laws. If you are found with no home and you ain't got no job, your ass is gonna go to jail. And when you go to jail, by constitutional law, you become a slave. You become state property. It's in the Constitution. If you get locked up, slavery is reestablished. Slavery is reinstated when you are in prison. You become a slave. That's why they call it state property. So Cromwell did the same thing. They destroyed our homes. They destroyed our families, burned our homes down, pillaged us, and we're wandering the streets with nowhere to live. Hey, where's your home at? I don't have one. Put them in the ship. That's what they were doing to us. Go ahead.
And such other idle and vagrant persons.
Idle and vagrant, no jobs, no homes to go to. Idle and vagrant persons. Go ahead.
As may be. Thought fittest to be spared out of Ireland.
Thought fittest, if they're in good shape, to be spared out of Ireland. Go ahead.
For planting of the Caribbean Islands.
For planting of the Caribbean Islands. Go ahead.
Which address of theirs I do recommend to your consideration, that their desire therein may be granted in such a way as to you shall seem fit and expedient.
And do with them as you must. Go down to 1654, ordered that what? Read that.
April 19th, 1654, scroll down. Ordered that all vagabonds in the precincts of Limerick and Cork be apprehended and delivered to Captain John Norris or his agent to be transported to the Caribbean Islands.
Vagabonds is homeless people. That's vagrants. Trump is trying to reestablish that law right now in Congress. And vagrancy laws. If you have no job, you ain't working, your ass go into prison and work there. It's the same thing. Read 28 again, 46 again. Read it again. Upon thee and your seed forever. Give me page 26.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 46.
46.
And they, 46. And they shall be upon thee for a sign and for a wonder, and upon thy seed forever.
And upon your seed for as long as we are in captivity, forever. As long as your punishment, the Lord allows our punishment forever. So this happened to us then, and it's happening to us now. Read this here.
March 4th, 1657, we find the confession of the abuses that had prevailed in this traffic in human beings.
The abuses that had prevailed in this traffic in human beings. Go ahead.
In the orders, the council, having received many complaints of the abuse of some orders formerly granted to several persons to carry away idle and vagabond persons to the West Indies.
So when they got, the Edomites got permission to do this, they abused their power. And that's the same exact thing that happened when King James sent Edomites over into the Americas. Right. They started abusing their law, their powers, and conquering the Native Americans on this side of the world. The same thing. Go ahead.
Who, instead of pursuing the direction of those orders,
so rather than following the orders that they were given, go ahead.
By having a warrant from some of the justices of the peace of the county where such persons were taken up.
So their orders were to take those who are what? Vagrant and what? Go up to the top? Idle yep. And vagrant. Go ahead, watch.
To employ the peace of the county where such persons were taken up. Employ persons to delude and deceive poor people.
That's what they were doing. Go ahead.
By false pretenses, either by getting them aboard the ships or in other byplaces into their power and forcing them away. The persons so employed having so much of peace for all they so deluded. And for the money's sake have enticed.
So what they were doing was they were saying, I have a job for you. You want a job? This is blackbirding. Mm-hmm. This is what you call blackbirding, where they had our brothers over there in Australia with a white man, British white people, came over and said, hey, we want work. We're going to take you over to Hawaii or other islands nearby, and you'll work those plantations over there for a little while and come back home. And they said, okay. And they get in the ship and never come back home. That's what they were doing here. What they were doing here to our brothers in Ireland and Scotland, they did to our brothers over there in Australia. The exact same thing. And then also the British, when the white men took over, they shipped all their criminals and convicts into Australia too over there.
Queensland,
and they became Australians. Okay? And had them go over there and pretty much try to massacre and destroy all the Aboriginal Australians, which would be Japheth primarily, and some Jake in there. And enslaved the Shem found among the Japheth. Because most of the Japheth ran their ass and they ran into that jungle. And most of the white folks live outside that jungle. The Jake lived outside the jungle. The Japheth lived inside the jungle. And Edom took and conquered the Jake outside the jungle and sold them out in blackbirding. But all of the locals, the natives, Japheth in Hawaii, they safe in that jungle. They got spiders as big as this table in Australia, in that jungle. As big as a flat screen. As big as Shaltia. All right, let's read on.
So they were blackbirding us in Hebrides, and then in New Hebrides, they started blackbirding us.
Wow, Hebrides, which goes back to Hebrews. Yep, they're blackbirding the Hebrews over there, and blackbirding New Hebrides is
it's Vanuatu, down in South
Pacific.
Vanuatu,
yep. And then Hebrides is what? That was
Scotland, archipelago.
Damn, that's crazy, man.
Yep.
Read that verse again, where it says about pursue you.
Yes, sir.
So to clarify what the officer just said, you had Hebrides in Scotland, Ireland, where blacks were being shipped off, blackbirded there. And then you had New Hebrides, where they went and took us and blackbirded us over there in the Pacific Islands. Because they found Hebrews in that area, Hebrides, and shipped them off. And they found new Hebrews or Hebrides in the islands over there. Like you had Guinea, shipped us off, and then they shipped us off in Papua New Guinea. Same thing. Read the verse again.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 46. And they shall be upon thee for a sign and for a wonder.
Come on.
And upon thy seed forever.
Go ahead.
Because.
No, it says pursue thee. Go a verse above that.
Yes, sir. Verse 45. Moreover, all these curses shall come upon thee.
Come upon you.
And shall pursue thee.
And shall what?
And shall pursue
So whenever you find our people, these things will follow us. These curses will follow us generationally. Now go back to this again. So the law was if you find a person that's idle or vagrant or whatever, you ship them off. Esau was like, nah, we're gonna trick them and we're gonna snatch up innocent people who are not vagrant, who are not idle, and guess what they're gonna do here? Those who are found to be vagrants, even in the Americas, they're gonna do the same thing to them too. Throw them in jail. Oh, he was vagrant. I'm telling you, they're gonna do it to us too. Read that.
And for the money's sake, have enticed and forced women from their children and husbands.
See that? Go ahead.
And children from their parents, who maintained them at school.
Read this earlier. Go ahead.
And that they had not only dealt so with the Irish, but also the English. Do think fit in all.
So the Irish goes into who they were targeting, but also the black English too. They were targeting too. Go ahead.
Do think fit and order that all orders granted to any person whatsoever being now enforced to take up and carry idle and vagabond persons as aforesaid be henceforth made null and void, and they refer it to the care of the justices of the peace in the several counties and to the governors of the several precincts and garrisons in this nation, that the execution of all such orders be for the future forborne, leaving the disposed and prosecution against such idle persons to be according to the usual proceedings of justice.
Proceed as usual. Do not do that. They couldn't stop it because it was illegal. It was being done under the say. They said, listen, do what you're told. Don't do that. But they were doing it anyway. Now, page 27, page 30, almost done. Page 30. We're not done, but what else we got here? In view of all this?
In view of all this, we must give great weight to his words when after stating about 504,000 of the Irish perished.
Wow. Go ahead.
And were wasted by the sword.
See, he killed almost 500,000 of us.
Damn.
Go ahead.
Plague, famine, hardship, and banishment between the 23rd of October, 1641.
See? Go ahead.
And the same day, 1652. He records that besides soldiers, there were transported of boys, women, priests, etc. No less than 6,000 more, whereof not half are returned.
Not even half of them returned.
Petty further states, it follows that 167,000 died in 11 years by the sword and famine and other hardships, which I think not incredible for supposing half the number, viz. 87,000, died in 11 years of famine and cold and transportation to Spain and Barbados.
Wow. Transportation to Spain and Barbados. Go ahead.
It's not hard to believe that the other 87,000 perished by the sword. It should be noted, too, that Petty confines himself to the 11 years ending October 23rd, 1652, while most of our records of transportation to the Barbados and other West India islands are subsequent to that date.
Mm-hmm. What page is that? We're 32, 33, we're going to stop there.
The part of our subject we may bring to a close by a quotation from G. Robert Wynne, an Anglican minister, Archdeacon of Agdo, and canon of St. Patrick's Cathedral.
Go down to the victories of Cromwell.
The victories of Cromwell in the English and Irish wars of the Long Parliament furnished thousands of white slaves to till the fertile Jamaican valleys, and selfish greed, constant quarreling between rival grantees, and a low type of morality long arrested the development of Barbados.
So the white slaves here were the indentured servants, that eventually acquired black slaves. Go ahead.
The Cromwellian settlement in Ireland has been described in bitter terms by Mr. Pendergast. Among all the hard things done in those days, none were more severe than the wholesale deportation of children to the West Indies.
That was us. Go ahead.
And okay.
Yeah, can we blame?
Can we blame then Elliot O'Donnell for giving vent to his pent-up indignation in the caustic and vehement outburst between the years 1651
It's after Cromwell was killed. After King Charles was killed. Go ahead.
And 1654.
Watch.
Over 40,000 Celtic Irishmen marched away to die with all their accustomed gallantry, many winning unperishable renown in the services of France, Spain, Poland, and Italy. Having thus succeeded in deporting the men, Cromwell next turned his attention to the women.
Mm-hmm.
Hearing that the planters in New England and the West Indies were wary of maroons.
Maroons. Go ahead.
And would pay any price for white women. Puritan Cromwell at once volunteered to supply their needs. Gangs of his soldiers invaded Connaught and, pouncing on all the women and girls they could find, drove them in gangs to court.
Wow.
It was the work of 1603 over again, only on a much larger and even more revolting scale. The young and pretty women.
So the Maroons are giving them problems. That was the Jack that were brought there. They were giving the British problems at the time. Go ahead.
The young and pretty women were frequently violated,
raped.
The older and uglier beaten and branded.
Wow.
From Cork, they were taken to Bristol, and after being publicly sold in the market there,
slave auctions.
They were thrust on board ship and borne to their final destination.
The islands. Go ahead.
The mind shrinks from imagining the horrors of their sufferings at sea. From the records of survivors, they must have been at least equal to any of the sufferings experienced by African slaves on the way to America.
Is the exact same thing. Go ahead.
But as certainly did not happen in the case of the latter. Their hardships excited no sympathy in England. The inhabitants of Bristol watched them being packed on board and driven below with the same dual curiosity and phlegm which they displayed in watching the embarkation of cattle.
They had no care, no concern, no sympathy. Go ahead.
To them, doubtless, there were little to choose between a cow and an Irish Roman Catholic. Neither, in their opinion,
because a lot of the Irish were Catholics, so Cromwell used that too. Or not only are they black and Irish, they're Catholics too. So he used that as a cover. They're Irish and they're Catholic. This is a Protestant land, a Protestant government, and you guys are Catholics, so we're going to go to war. It's the same thing. Go ahead.
Neither, in their opinion, could feel sorrow or pain. In this manner did Oliver Cromwell ply his white slave traffic.
He used that also to deport not only the blacks, but also the whites as well, or indentured servants. They got put on the islands, and those white slaves got their freedom. Same thing in 1619. You had white servants that fled to Americas as well, got land, and eventually when slavery was incorporated, those white slaves, quote unquote, ended up having black slaves. Okay? Let me see. What page is that? So we're gonna stop right there. It's almost 4.
Hey,
Huh?
D, can I get a prophecy on that Jeremiah 29:17?
Oh yeah, get that. Yep.
You start at 17. Because going back, remember it said we started dying by sword and famine as well. Jeremiah 29:17.
Jeremiah chapter 29 and verse 17. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, behold, I will send upon them the sword, the famine, and the pestilence.
So, like they said, these they say the curses, they only happen one time? No, these are recurring curses that happen to us, right? Read on.
And will make them like vile figs that cannot be eaten. They are so evil.
Verse 18, read.
And I will persecute them with the sword.
Right, with the sword. So we, like here, in this time period, we would die by the sword, read, by war.
And with the pestilence.
And, no, you skipped something.
With the sword. With famine.
With famine.
And
right?
with the pestilence.
And with the pestilence, diseases, read.
And will deliver them to be removed from all the kingdoms of the earth.
Remove to all kingdoms.
Come on, bro.
And will deliver them to be removed to all the kingdoms of the earth.
Right.
Got it. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's what Cromwell was doing to us, right?
Yep,
Go ahead.
Same thing.
And to be a curse and an astonishment and a hissing into a reproach among all the nations.
I'm about to read it, bro.
Yeah, read it.
I gotta read it, man. Hey, so verse 17, I'm gonna start verse 17 again. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, behold, I will send upon them the sword, the famine, and the pestilence, and will make them like the vile figs that cannot be eaten. They are so evil. And I will persecute them with the sword, with the famine, and with the pestilence, and will deliver them to be removed to all the kingdoms of the earth, to be a curse, and an astonishment, and an hissing, and a reproach among all the nations, whither I have driven them. Right? So the Lord, the one who was behind Cromwell doing all these things. Remember, the Lord said that Esau is his sword.
Yep.
All right? Esau is his sword. So these curses, they were recurring. There was no one time where we what he said, we was eating we
ate our young. That was in Kings. Then it stopped.
Right.
Like no, didn't stop there. It continued. Christ did the same thing. So again, why people don't read. Again, they use apologetic or apologist talking points, make themselves sound more ignorant. So it is what it is. But we're gonna stop right there. I really want to finish because what episode is this?
This is 199.
We are episode 199. Episode 199. Y'all know what's coming up. We're gonna be at our 200th episode celebration in Oswald in 2 weeks. We're gonna go into that. We're gonna go into that. We're gonna have so those of you who've been watching from the beginning, shout out to y'all who've been long lasting in a favorable audience. All praise to the Most High for you watching and being one of our viewers. It's been a long journey. We are at our 200th episode, so we gotta do it big. We gotta do a celebration, have some special guests on. So Lord's will, in about 2 weeks, we're definitely gonna have 200th episode, and we may have to stop this for a moment, then come back to it after that because we gotta do something big, something else. Right. So all praise to the Most High. I hope you guys are able to tune in. It's gonna be special. It's gonna be great. We're gonna have some guests come in, and yeah, man. So I'm excited. I'm really excited about it. Really excited. So I'm gonna end it right there. Shalom.
Hey, all praise to the Lord. Like Deke said, it's going to go down to 200th episode. Make sure you all are subscribed to the IUIC Philadelphia channels. You have IUIC Philadelphia, and you have IUIC Philadelphia in the classroom. To donate to OHH, you can send your funds to iuic.philadelphia@israelunite.org. Also, do not forget to donate to the Booster Club at iuic.fundraising@israelunite.org. Also, do not forget to subscribe to IUIC TV.
Yeah, you can read good when it's not the Bible.
He was waiting to say something, yo. Next one.
Damn.
Hey, we have our sister here, Faith Robinson Williams. And as Deke was bringing out, trafficking is something that is heavy in our community, and we have to bring our brothers and sisters home. She was missing at, what did I say, Westmoreland Street, Philadelphia, age 22, female African-American, 5'7", 113 pounds. So reach out to the authorities. Let's look out for one another.
I take that back.
You could donate to the land fund. You could donate to the land fund at IUIC.nationhood@israelunite.org. In the notes section, put land. Also, for feedback for the broadcast team, you can scan this QR code. It's a brief questionnaire, 5 questions. Just fill that out for more feedback to the team. I think that's everything.
All praise to the Lord for. I'm gonna give Officer Ari a number 1 for his reading today. Jesus, out of 100.
Jesus.
So
Out of 100?
Yeah, out of 100. That was fucking speaking terrible. I'm gonna be curses now. Anyway, all praises, man. Hope you guys enjoyed the lesson, episode 199. So Lozo, next episode we're gonna do part 2 because I didn't go into Joan of Arc. We didn't get a chance to go into that because we got a lot to cover in this book here, the Black Irish. So hope you guys enjoyed the lesson. We got something special in store for y'all, Lord's will, the next 2 weeks because Pentecost is next week. So also 2 weeks, we got something special for y'all.
Got a Dune Day after that too.
Or Dune Day, damn. Okay, so I got time. Okay, so good. So I got to work on other stuff anyway. So I ain't got nothing prepared yet. So all praises we got. We'll see y'all almost a month. So 3 weeks from now, we're gonna have a 200th episode. We got a lot for y'all. Well, I will have a lot for y'all by that time. So all praise to the Most High. Shalom until then. Shalom, Most High, and Christ bless. Thank you.
Shalom.
Most High, Christ bless.